Understanding self-defense laws in New York. Assault cases in New York. Self-defense is a critical legal concept, especially when facing assault charges. The state's laws are designed to ensure that individuals can protect themselves when genuinely threatened, but they also place stringent criteria on what constitutes justifiable self-defense. Understanding these nuances is essential for anyone involved in a confrontation where self-defense might be claimed. Legalities of self-defense in New York. New York law allows individuals to use reasonable force to protect themselves from imminent physical harm. However, the force used must be proportional to the threat faced. For instance, if non-lethal force is threatened, using deadly force in response might not be justified unless there is a reasonable belief of serious harm or death. New York recognizes self-defense as an affirmative defense in criminal cases, meaning the defendant must present evidence supporting their claim. Once established, the prosecution then bears the burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant's actions were not justified. The law also includes the duty to retreat outside one's home, meaning individuals must avoid using deadly force if a safe escape is possible. However, this duty does not apply within one's home due to the castle doctrine, which allows for the use of force, including deadly force, to protect oneself from an intruder. How to prove self-defense in court. Proving self-defense in a New York court requires clear and convincing evidence that the defendant's actions were reasonable under the circumstances. This includes physical evidence of the altercation, medical records, and any weapons involved. The defendant must demonstrate that the force used was proportional to the threat. Witnesses and surveillance footage can also be crucial, as they may provide corroborated details and objective evidence to support the defendant's account. If self-defense is successfully proven, the defendant can be acquitted of the charges, thereby avoiding legal penalties and a criminal record. In some cases, if the court finds that the defendant's belief of harm was reasonable but questions the proportionality of the response, the charges might be reduced. What is self-defense in New York? In New York, self-defense is legally defined as the use of reasonable force to protect oneself from imminent physical harm. The key principles governing self-defense include reasonable belief of threat. The defendant must have a reasonable belief that they are in imminent danger of harm. This belief must be one that a reasonable person in the same situation would hold. Proportionality of force. The force used in self-defense must be proportional to the threat. Excessive force can lead to criminal charges. Duty to retreat. Outside one's home, there is a legal obligation to retreat if safely possible, rather than using deadly force. Inside one's home, the castle doctrine allows individuals to defend themselves without the duty to retreat. Self-defense also extends to the protection of others and, to a more limited extent, property. However, deadly force is rarely justified solely to protect property unless there is an imminent threat to personal safety. For individuals facing assault charges and considering a self-defense claim, understanding these legal definitions and processes is crucial. Competent legal representation is necessary to navigate these complex issues and present a strong defense in court. If you or someone you know is dealing with an assault case in New York and believes self-defense is a key element, contact Lebedin Kofman LLP at 646-663-4430. Our experienced attorneys can analyze your case, provide clear legal options, and stand by your side in court. Visit us at 26 Broadway, 3rd floor, New York, New York, 10004, to schedule a consultation and learn how we can help you protect your rights under New York law.